I would like to start off by congratulating my fellow classmates. The road that has led us here has not always been straight or easy. Yet, by God's grace, we have made it through. And now, as we prepare to face all that this world has to offer, I can at least speak for myself and say that I am unsure. I truly have no idea what God has in store for me, and that is somewhat unnerving. One thing is for sure, however, life is not going to get any easier. We are about to fully enter into a fallen world, and as someone very wise once told me, sometimes the fallen world falls on us. People will try to use this fact to shake our faith. How can a world so full of pain and a good God coexist? Yet consider the words of C.S. Lewis in Mere Christianity when he says, quote, "A man does not call a line crooked unless he has some idea of a straight line." Given this truth, I maintain that suffering gives way to glory. We all have places in our lives where this maxim might seem ridiculous. For me, that would be my mom. She has been struggling with stage 4 breast cancer for over 2 years now. It's terminal. She will be on medication for the rest of her life. It's okay to wonder why. Tragedy is everywhere and in abundance. Christianity reveals the ultimate cause of suffering. It diagnoses the disease within humanity. Man has turned from God, who is life, and fallen into the power of death. The crooked line is only crooked because it has diverged from the line that never bends. Yet God, in his love, did not abandon us in such a state. Rather, he deigned to become incarnate, to enter into this fallen world and bear its suffering alongside us. Only Christianity has a God who empathizes and suffers with us. The epitome of this love is, of course, the cross. In Roman antiquity, crucifixion was the most violent, painful, and disparaging form of execution devisable. And herein lies the most important truth I want to convey. Our world is always looking for a fix, for a way out of our suffering. Christianity does not know such a way, but rather offers a transformation of our suffering into glory. This is why James commands in his epistle for Christians to, quote, "Count it all joy when you face trials of various kinds, for the testing of your faith produces patience." Our hardships present an opportunity to take up our own crosses and follow Christ. We can only rise again if we are first crucified. Consider the disciples as they watched Christ, the very life of the world, being put to death. To them it must have been a mortifying tragedy. Only after Jesus rose, shattering the very gates of hell, did they perhaps begin to understand that the cross is not the tragedy of death, but rather the triumph over death. And when he appeared to them in the glory of his kingdom, all of their sorrows were washed away. Like the disciples, we are unable to see the full picture. We cannot comprehend what God has in store. However, I do not desire to offer you this rather cliché solution, that there must be a greater good that we do not understand, therefore we should cheerfully bite the bullet. In fact, as I have said, I do not believe there to be a solution per se, but God does not ignore our plight or our pain, so what gives? There's a story by the Russian author Ivan Turgenev that I find particularly pertinent. It is titled A Living Relic and concerns a young woman named Lukeria who has suffered a paralyzing injury and now lives wasting away in a country shack. Yet the strange reality is that she is full of life. For her, everything presents an opportunity to trust that God will take care of her. Quote, "He knows better than I what I need. He has laid a cross upon me. That means that he loves me." We may not always understand, but if Jesus Christ is who he said he was, then his words carry more weight than the entire universe. Without Christ, suffering is all that life provides. Without Christ, it is all there ever will be. Without Christ, there is no meaning. The entire universe plods along determinedly and unwaveringly toward entropy. Yet the Christian understanding is that Christ, who is life itself, gave himself up for the life of the world, and in this glorious act, in this transformation of suffering into glory, the entire universe is made alive. The ultimate purpose of all things has been revealed in him because he is not only their creator, but also their summation and fulfillment. In his book, The Light of Christ, Father Andrew Tregobov, on the topic of suffering, says, quote, "It is the beholding of the face of God that opens to us the riches of his love, heals our wounds, and gives life." So seniors, when it seems that the world is crashing down around you, when life isn't going as planned, when you are unsure of where you are headed, when you cannot see a way out, my charge is that you look for the face of Jesus. He is waiting, not to pull you out of whatever situation you find yourself in, but to invite you into his presence where there is perfect peace. Thank you.